Now, most people, when they use Google, they just type in a simple search and that's it. But there are a whole bunch of sort of power searching techniques you can use. So some of the basic techniques are illustrated on this page. Let's say you wanted the word website and SEO. So you wanted to find websites that contained, both these items, website and SEO. Then you just simply type website plus SEO. Let's say you wanted an exact phrase, like something like SEO companies in Australia. Then within the search, you just simply type in the inverted commas, SEO companies in Australia, then inverted commas, do a search, and that would do a search for that exact phrase. Let's say you want to do a search for the word SEO, but you didn't want entries from the United Kingdom or the UK showing up. You type in SEO followed by minus UK. Let's say you're doing a search for something like SEO and or SEM. You could do a search for website SEO or SEM. SEO is search engine optimization, SEM is search engine marketing. They're the same thing really, just slightly different terms. Now, normally when you do a search, it searches the entire web as far as Google knows about it. If you want to, you can do a search within a particular website. So let's say I wanted to find the phrase SEO seminars, but I only wanted to search within a particular website, in this case www.4seotraining.com.au. So as you can see at the bottom there, what I'd do is I'd type in for the word SEO, I'd do a search for SEO seminars, which I'd contain in inverted commas, and then I'd type in site : and then the name of the specific site I wanted to search. So in this case, that bottom line of text there would search for the phrase SEO seminars, but only in the site www.4seotraining.com.au. Now in this particular case, it's one of my sites, but the point is you could search other people's sites. Once you've identified a list of competitors, you could use this trick to basically see, well, do they show up well for the phrase SEO seminars, but just within their site? Or you could have, instead of, in my case, SEO seminars, I could search for SEO training or SEO tutorials or whatever it happened to be. And as I say, this is great for, doing searches on your competitor websites to see, what kind of optimization they've done to customize it for a particular phrase. The other thing you can do is you can search for particular document types. So let's say you wanted to search for the phrase SEO tips. I could contain that within the inverted commas, and then I could type in something like file type : PDF, and what that would do is it would give me a list of results, but instead of website pages, it would just show me PDF documents contained within websites. Alternatively, instead of PDF, I could have something like DOC for documents or PPT for PowerPoint presentations and so on and so forth. But again, another great way of doing research. Something else you can do, and this doesn't work for all websites, you can do a related search. So in this case, if I do a related search to Microsoft.com using that syntax there, what that'll do is it will show me websites that are in some ways related to Microsoft.com. Maybe they're in a similar field. So, I get results like, say, IBM and Oracle and similar sort of software websites. This is another idea, the all-in anchor text. So basically, you can use this to specify that all the words in the search query must appear in the anchor text of links pointing to a web page. So if you do this, what you're basically searching for in this case is the phrase SEO training, but you're looking for that phrase as it appears within an anchor text on a page. So again, a very nice way of doing research for your competitors. In this case, we're doing a search for the words either SEO or training, or and training. And again, in this case, I'm looking for the anchor text, in this case, Perth. So this would again be a nice way of doing research on competitors. I'm looking for competitors that basically have the words SEO and or training appearing in the website, and also they have the word Perth appearing somewhere in the anchor text. In this case, I'm going to specify that all the query words must appear within the body text of a web page. So in this case, I'd search using the phrase all in text : and then my phrase or my words. So in this case, I'm looking for the words SEO training Perth. If I wanted, I could put those in inverted commas to get an exact phrase match, but the point is those words must appear within the body text. Now this is similar to the last example, but in this case I'm searching for the words SEO and seminars, but the word Perth must appear somewhere in the body text of a particular web page. Now here's another example. So in this case I'm going to specify that the query words must appear in the title of a web page. So in this case I'm using all in title, and that basically means that in this case the words SEO, training, Perth, all three words must show up in the title of a web page. So again, nice way of doing competitor research here. So you're looking for competitors in this case that would have the words SEO, training and Perth all within the title. In this case I'm looking for the words and or SEO Perth, but within the title there must be the word training. So SEO and Perth could appear anywhere on the page, but within the title of a particular page I would need to specify that the word in this case is training. Now here's another example. In this case I'm specifying that the words SEO, training, Joomla, all three words must appear in the URL. So that's the address of the web page. This is a slightly similar example. In this case I'm searching for the word Perth, but within the URL of the page there must appear the words SEO and training. So again, a way of focusing on companies in this case that are involved in SEO training and are also based in Perth.